Y'all, not that I was muted. I am so sorry. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Nonetheless, y'all, we are back again to discuss Beyond the Gates, episodes 6 through 10 of season 1. But before we get into all that, you already know I need you guys to like the video because it helps me and my channel in terms of the algorithm and helps me attract new subscribers such as yourself. So go on ahead and hit the like button, please, and thank you. Also, while you're at it, if you're not a current subscriber, hit the subscription button, become a Barb's babe. I would love to have you. Also, comment down below on what you thought of these episodes as well as my commentary. Make sure your notification bell is on so you know every single time I make an upload like this one. And also, last but not least, share me with all of your folks near and far. Okay. And with that being said, let me drop down here. Okay, what is going on? Sorry, y'all. StreamYard, I feel like, is always changing stuff, and I actually need to get acquainted with these new changes because I feel like there's something new going on every single time I come up on here. And yeah, it's just a lot going on. Nonetheless, as you can see, I don't have my green screen on today because my outfit, like, it was thrown off the green screen, and unfortunately I didn't feel like changing, so here we are. Nonetheless, while we wait for a couple people to join us or whatever, y'all, and shout outs if you are watching this on X, make sure you come on over here and join the channel because you never know when I may or may not be streaming over there at some point. So it's always best to come over here to YouTube so you don't miss anything. As you can see, my socials are scrolling along the bottom of the screen. And just an FYI, while we're at it or whatever, a lot of you guys might know, especially if you follow me on Instagram or even TikTok, that as much as I do pop culture, reality TV, etc., focused content, like especially on here, I do a lot of my fashion and beauty and etc type of content on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, like I just said. And with that being said, I am trying this new schedule where I'm posting fashion content on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, mainly on Instagram. And I'm going to start getting back active on TikTok. So just don't worry, y'all. And then I would like to make sure that I go live on here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like, no matter what, I want to go live on those days. I might go live on other days, of course, or, have my other uploads on different days, but I want to start going live to talk about just, different things. I want to bring back good news only because I just feel like there's so much negative stuff going on in the world right now. It's just a very crazy place. And I just want to bring that back, as well as some different other things. I still want to go over the Oscars looks, probably do that tomorrow. But like I said, I was going to come back and recap, not even a recap, I'm just going to give you my review of the episodes because it's a lot to obviously get into every episode. But I told you guys I was coming. I told y'all I was coming last week. I told you guys I was going to be back. So I kept my word, and it actually is occurring on Friday, the beginning of the weekend versus, the end of the weekend. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Okay, y'all. Okay. And we're not going to be here for that long, but again, don't forget to like the video. Shout out to everybody who's watching the bushes. You can pop on out the bushes at any moment you want and join us in the chat, or whatever. And speaking of my outfit before, my jewelry, y'all, you already know, as I always say, all my links are in my description box. If you'd like to shop my jewelry, please use code Janice, JANICE. Link is in the description box, as I said before, where you can get this necklace is still available. It's my initial. This blue one, unfortunately, is not. This heart pendant is available. This star is available, and you can get it personalized. Mine says that, girl, because, no, just kidding. But yeah, mine says that girl. You can get that personalized. And then my tennis necklace, this is also still available on the site. And then I'm not wearing any bracelets or rings today. I'm about to do my nails later, so don't worry. That's why I'm looking crazy. But these 2 earrings back here are still available on the site. So again, if you're interested in shopping any of those items, as well as my own personal merch, I have merch too. All those types of things can be found in the description box. So now that we got all of that out the way and I've caught you guys up, hey Kevin, what's going on? We about to talk about it, Kevin, because whoo, I love how these episodes, they end on cliffhangers, but they're like cliffhangers that make sense. And then you're coming right back the next day to get into it. And where we left off in episode 10, honey, I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. I didn't. I really didn't. Oh, my tongue is kind of blue. Sorry, I was drinking Gatorade, y'all. So again, not too much. Woo, but honey, wow. Nonetheless, and again, I can pop this on up here in case, we don't quite know everybody's name memorized. We don't have everybody's name memorized just yet, maybe. So I'm going to pop that up there or whatever. But y'all, okay. So episode 6, what did I write down? Let's see. And that episode, it really centered around Chelsea going live at the wedding. Let's just talk about that. I feel like, obviously, I said last week that the acting, it can be kind of cheesy and stuff, y'all. This is daytime television, soap operas. You already know. But just the way that the phone was propped up there, I was kind of like, girl, now how? Okay. Perfectly placed right there. So, and we know that she is this big time model and influencer online. So it got broadcasted to everybody and their mother, millions of people, which again is just crazy to me. But Danny, like, I feel like, do you guys feel like she has hit her like complete breaking point, or do you guys feel like she's still spiraling? Do you think this is going to be the last of it? Obviously, we know where we ended with things with her on episode 10, but I don't know. I still feel like she has more antics and more just animosity up her sleeve that she's waiting to unleash. So I feel like it didn't even get as bad as it could have gone, I feel like, in that moment. But nonetheless, what else did I have to say about episode 6? So I also realized too, and I know I touched on it last week, that Martin is like, he's mean. He's mean to Smitty, and even in was episode, yeah, it might be episode 10 or whatever. Like, I'm realizing that, okay, you don't want this man to follow his dreams. You're manipulating him to think that like your dreams are his dreams. It's basically your way or the highway. And it's giving like straight up like just dictator. And I hate that for him. Again, we're still getting to know all these characters. So who's to say that, Smitty don't have his own issues about himself? But I'm just like, that's no way to treat your spouse, your other half. And after the wedding, that was the second time that I had noticed that he was kind of like snapping at him and stuff. But when he was saying how like they had finally got control of the situation, and Martin was like, thank God the photographer stopped shooting, and Smitty was like making an innocent joke only for Martin to snap on him. Like I said, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then I remember, when he was having his nightmares and stuff, on the contrary, Smitty's done nothing but try to, support and be there for you. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. And I felt like at that wedding, once again, Bill had more audacity than anybody else on my television screen right now, y'all. And I say that because this man really thought it was appropriate to go up to Was it, I think it was just Vernon. I don't think Anita was there, but he went up to Vernon to say, talking about I'll send y'all the invoice, and really expecting them to pay for the damages. You and this wedding. Okay. That's what I would have said. Invoice that. Yeah. Send it over here so I can wipe my, what with it, is what I would have said. And I'm like, this man is this. They created a monster with Bill. For real. That just goes to show y'all that, some people, you can't help everybody out, because then they try to turn on you and become your worst nightmare. And I'm just thinking too, at that wedding, like, Haley, if you didn't already feel like this was the wrong move, you should definitely know it's the wrong move, just based off the fact that look at what happened at your wedding. Like, complete red flag, if you ask me. Major red flag, if you ask me. But no, you still want to marry this man who, was I the only one that was disgusted when Danny, she was running down how they all, took Haley in and were there for her, etc., etc. Him and her like saw Haley as like their daughter or whatever. I just felt like that was so gross, because no, do they share blood? No, but at the same time, it's like, Bill, you saw her as your daughter at once. And so when did it transition from you seeing her as your daughter to seeing somebody who you wanted to bed and wed? I'm not understanding. So gross to me. Hey, Harold. Oh my gosh. Long time no speak. Oh, I hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you so much. But I'm like, Haley, you are simple as hell. And honestly, you deserve everything that's coming to you, because the writings are on the wall. They say how you get them is how you lose them. So, and we see later on in I think episode 10 again, or 9 or 10, whatever, that he wants you now to quit your job, which classic storyline right there, y'all. I think we've seen that, in a lot of different shows and movies, where the young, hot secretary or assistant or whatever gets with the boss, whatever. Next thing you know, he's wanting her to stop working. He's going to be a kept woman from here on out. And then slowly his true colors start to change. And by the time you realize it, you're completely dependent on him and in a vulnerable position. And she's already in a vulnerable position, because she doesn't have, any family. She burned the bridges with her chosen family. So again, Haley, you have everything coming to you, and you're just going to have to sit in that boat when it arrives. Anyway. Whew. I also, did you guys clue in on when Martin said, I feel like when they all confronted Danny after the wedding, and Andre spoke up out of empathy for her, saying I don't know why I wrote Andre, but it was definitely Martin that said, sometimes the anger just builds and boils over until you don't have a choice. And I felt like that was just another example of foreshadowing when it comes to him and whatever skeletons he has buried in his closet that have him having these night terrors. I just wanted to bring that up, because I like I said, I felt like that was foreshadowing, and it was more so about him than it was pointed at Danny in that moment. And I also love that everybody's occupation is clearly going to play a role overall in, how they handle situations and respond to situations. We saw that's where we left off today. I think everybody's occupation is going to play an integral role into how they show up and, like I said, respond to certain situations. Like we got the lawyer, we got the doctor, we got the model, we got the photographer, we got all these key careers that are really going to help, I feel like, to push the story along and give us different dynamics. I really love that. I know I am well, boo. Thank you. I hope you are too. Let's head on down to, yes, we are down here at Fairmont Crest, and I am loving it. I don't know if you guys also saw, y'all, but the ratings are really good for this. And y'all knock on wood with me. Knock on wood with me, because as soon as we show excitement and as soon as we start loving a black show, they want to just stash it up from us. So again, knock on wood. I hope to see Beyond the Gates stay here for a long time. Like I said, y'all, I'm gonna keep coming down here and talking to you guys about it. So let's just continue to support, because the ratings are really good, and I'm loving that for them. Moving on, we obviously know there's a clear history of Nicole cleaning up Danny's messes, so I don't think there's going to be a shortage of that this season. I don't know why I wrote, do you all think Ted knows about Eva? Because obviously we know that that's not the case. Anyway, you know what, also another theory that I was thinking about, let me drop this down real quick. I was thinking that we know how Andre's parents are no longer living. They passed. So I don't know. I guess I was just thinking out of the box here, and I was like, what if Ted, wait, what is his name? Not Ted. What is Nicole's? Oh no, yeah. Nicole's husband is named Ted. What am I talking about? I'm like, what if Ted is 100% innocent? Eva isn't his daughter. And like, what if, like, again, hypothetically speaking, just rock with me, y'all. I'm like, what if Andre's parents, like, what if Ted was like a twin and his twin brother was truly like Eva's father? Don't ask me how I came up with that. Don't ask me. I was, again, like, you never know with soap operas. It gets super dramatic. So I was just trying to be dramatic too and think like, oh my God, like, what if Ted is innocent? And because the story obviously is just not 100% adding up, and it's kind of like foggy as far as how him and Leslie were connected or whatever. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I was thinking that, like, oh my God, that would be, talk about a plot twist. Yes, first week ratings were phenomenal. They were higher than General Hospitals, which is in the same time slot on ABC. We love to see that. That's so great to see and to hear. Y'all keep watching, keep supporting. My theory was Andre's deceased dad was Eva's dad, being that he and Dr. Ted were brothers. See, so you see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what if? And then Leslie probably thought that was Ted because like they was twins, and I don't know. Like, I'm just, there's more to that. There's more to that, and I feel like me and Harold are seeing something here. So y'all, mark my words. Apparently we were the only ones. Yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't like, I wasn't online. I wasn't like tweeting or anything like that to come up with that. I literally just put two and two together and was just thinking like, maybe. I don't know. That's crazy. So, and I already hit it on the head last week, y'all. And again, so I'm going to pat myself on the back about that. This whole Andre and Ashley situation, saw that coming from a mile away. I knew that them being in that elevator and birthing and assisting with the birth of this new child, Ashley Jr. I told you guys that was going to be some type of like culminating event that just bound them two together. And I feel like they're going to, Derek is already seeing through the BS with it. And I wonder if he's going to say anything about that. Probably not. I don't know. Or if anything, I see Derek saying something straight up to Ashley first. Do you feel like Andre was being like he was doing too much? Do you guys feel like he was being like disrespectful or anything like that? Like, how do you guys view that? Do you feel like they were just being innocent, or who's in the wrong about that? Because clearly, obviously, like, Derek is seeing something, he's starting to feel, I feel like, a type of way. I want to know you guys' thoughts on that. And again, in episode 7, I felt like Martin was coming at Smitty once again, questioning whether or not he's somebody that enjoys seeing his family go through woes. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what do we? I don't. You, Andre comes off emotionally unstable. Martin is coming off super emotionally unstable to me. He something. I don't. I got my third eye on him. I got my third eye on everybody, but for me, like Martin is at the top of my totem pole of not wrapped too tightness. He's clearly trying to make a move on Ashley, and Derek is picking up on it. Yeah, totally. And that's why I'm like, and at the same time, he kind of was introduced to be like this player type, but I feel like he is, I don't want to say he's getting played, but I don't really see him doing that too well, because I feel like he's getting a little bit in over his head as far as between him and Danny at the same time. So I don't know, Andre. Moving on. So what happened in episode 8? Kat continues her vendetta against Eva. Okay, yeah. So Kat and Eva. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like at first, I don't know, Kat was like getting on my nerves, even though I guess I shouldn't feel like that, because what Eva's doing is exactly what Kat is accusing her of. But I'm just like, girl, the way she came in, I don't know, I feel like she could have played that differently, because clearly like her mom is not believing her, and I feel like it's because the reasonings behind the way she feels is just rooted in, like she said, making it seem as though she's being like the spoiled brat, which is how she was introduced as well. So I feel like if she wanted to be more believable, she should have came at it from a different angle. And I feel like they're gonna like literally come to blows, like the sisters, quote unquote. Little do they know, or little does Kat know. I feel like some hands are gonna get thrown. But also, let's talk about the first day. Eva was on the job, and she was like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to look my Sunday's best. Like, girl, you trying to look your Sunday's best and give the best impression with the crop top on and waist beads out, your midriff showing? Again, y'all, I know. But I was like, girl, you already not giving the best impression, in my opinion, but whatever. Nicole ain't saying anything, and she's the one who is, she's on her payroll. So if you like it, Nicole, I love it. But I was quickly like, girl, that's the best you could come up with. And instead of, Kat was more so on the boots and just her, I guess, not being in designer necessarily. It wasn't the design. She didn't need to be in designer, but she could have been in a whole shirt, I felt like. But I digress. Martin is a huge prick. It's either his way or the highway. And so he's tired of feeling like a prisoner in his own home / marriage. Yeah, I hate their dynamic. Like, I saw, little glimmers of red flags last week and stuff like that. But this week, it really put it into perspective that, Martin, you aren't, I can never be married to someone like him, because it's literally his way or the highway, like you said. And it's not even just like it's the manipulation piece also attached to it that I really don't like, because it's not even like you're just saying like, okay, this is what I want to do, like, can you just do what I want you to do? No, he's trying to make him think that is literally what he wants to do as well. And he's also a hypocrite, because you're mad at Smitty for like revealing something and expressing something to your mom privately, but you did the same thing by telling her that you want to run for president. So two wrongs don't make it right, in my opinion. Anyway, And I kind of was thrown off too when when she first met Ted and she needed to like call Leslie and give her the rundown right in the middle of the day or whatever, like sent up emergency smoke signals. I was just like, well, you knew that was a possibility that you'd see him, right? Especially being as though she's more so based in the home office or whatever. I just felt like, Leslie, your plan is unfolding. I thought right then and there, I'm like, see, she's not built for this. It's going to go left. Like, you, again, I can't empathize or anything like that. I know my dad and stuff like that, so I can't say how I would react if the man who's supposed to be my dad, like, just, poof, is right in my face or whatever. I can't tell her how to feel or act, but I just felt like she was being a little bit dramatic about that entire thing and reading into it, I feel like a little bit too much. Like, she said things along the lines of like him just treating her like regular pretty much. And I'm like, girl, well, according to him, like, you are regular. Like, he don't know that you're his long lost daughter. So I don't know. I just felt like that was weird. And I was thinking at that point, like, Leslie, you didn't think this one through now fully, did you? Because I don't think your daughter's fully equipped to do your bidding. I don't think so. But honestly, fast forwarding to where we left off with everything, I'm thinking that at some point Eva is going to, I could see her turning on Leslie, because just based on the little clips that we saw for next week's episodes, Leslie, this is only the tip of the spear when it comes to Leslie. It seems like she's really about to get it started in here. So I'm thinking that Eva's probably going to realize, like, Mom, like, you're taking this a little bit overboard, or she's going to see the wrong in her mom's actions, I feel like, and she's going to wind up turning on her. I feel like it. And you know who else is probably going to get caught up in the crossfire? And y'all let me know if you guys think this too. Mona is, I think her name is Mona. That's the other woman who works for Nicole. Is she on here? I don't think so. But yeah, Mona, right? Yeah, Mona. I feel like she's gonna get hurt really bad. I don't want to see it happen, but I do feel like she's gonna wind up getting hurt pretty bad because just the way that she was going on about what was the girl's name who got hurt? Lauren, was that her name? I could be making that up. The original assistant that Nicole had. She was just going on about how she was so great, and she just seems like a nice, like, caring lady and stuff, and, et cetera, et cetera, when they were all sitting down having lunch that day. And my wheels just got to start turning at that point. I'm thinking, like, I feel like she's going to wind up getting hurt because she's just going to be like collateral damage, I feel like, at some point or another. And I feel so bad because she seems like just an innocent, she's just an innocent bystander, I feel like, in this. And it sucks because they're always the ones that get caught up. They're always the ones that get caught up in the crossfire. Tisk tisk. Haley is falling for Bill's BS. Yeah, I already talked about how if she knew better, she'd keep some type of financial independence. And it's like, although Danny is obviously, a little unhinged lately, I can't say that there's no reason why she's not unhinged. Like, we all know, I think she's justified in feeling the way she's feeling. Would I go about it the same exact way? No, but I do understand why. And I feel like Bill has exhibited traits of somebody who ain't ish, so I get it. But if Haley knew better, she would take heed to some of the warnings that she's getting from Danny. She would, it would be in her best interest to, there's still something she could learn from Danny, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like instead she's getting so blinded by, like, oh no, this is just the bitter, scorned ex-wife, like, and it's like, yeah, she may be bitter. She may be scorned, but there's some truth in there too. And you should probably, yeah, you should probably know that if he's able to turn on her and they were married, what, 30, however long they're married, who's to say that that can't happen to you at any given point when he feels like it? That, Laura. Okay, yeah, Laura. I feel like, yeah, when Mona was going on about Laura and everything and stuff like that, I just feel it just something a light bulb went off my head and told me like, oh Mona, you're gonna get caught in the crossfire. I can see it, girl. I can see it. Oh, she better wear a bulletproof vest. That Leslie is a functioning psycho, and after today, she might be eligible for a padded room in somebody's facility. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why I didn't realize, like, yep, that's gonna be her up there. Mm-mm-mm. That woman, mm-mm. Yeah, but clearly we see that she's not gonna wind up going over the edge. But like when I saw her, I was like, wow, you really weren't kidding. You about to try to throw this lady off this roof? Like, is it that serious? But anyway, whatever. Diabolical. Like, Leslie is very diabolical, y'all. And let's talk about Chelsea real quick too. So, Chelsea, you're somebody who has a large following. You already like kind of got your family caught up in some ish or whatever, and then now here you are. I am all about exploring whatever desires and having a healthy sex life or whatever you want to do. I am all about that. Do it, please, by all means. But you just kind of like hooking up with randos and, going off with them and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know. She seems very like gullible and like naive. Like, she could also get caught up in some situation or get taken advantage of or something like that, I feel. And poor Naomi. Poor Naomi. Like, at first I was like, oh, okay, Chelsea, I see you. But then I really had to think about it. And I was like, I don't think that was a good look. I don't think that was a good look for her at all. And y'all, like I keep saying, we left off on a cliffhanger, but I felt like Ted was having this ethical dilemma, obviously, since the wedding occurred. He spoke to his dad and everything. And in the end, we see that he did wind up arresting his mother-in-law. And this is just why you really got to be like here with the people that you surround yourself with, because you never want to have this type of conflict of interest because this is obviously going to cause some type of wedge between him and Naomi. This is going to plague their marriage somehow or another. We can already tell that. And we got a little bit of foreshadowing as to this issue arising in the future when they were like on the phone and he was all like, I love you and da-da-da-da. Like, we've been seeing the buildup and the emotional heartstrings being pulled between them two and stuff like that since episodes prior. And then to finally get down to the point of him sticking by his police oath, it's and I feel like Martin called it, right? Yeah, Martin had called it when he was like, oh, I don't know, like when he was like being skeptical of her police husband or whatever he said. I feel like that's probably the only thing that I can say, like, okay, Martin, yeah, you were spot on about that. It was good look, whatever. That's a messy one. I don't know how that's gonna go. That's definitely a messy one. I'm sure Danny's gonna get out of it, because if not, ooh, is she gonna like? Ooh, is Bill? Oh, no, Bill wouldn't represent her then, because no. Messy. Oh God, that's so messy. So freaking messy. I already said that I predict Eva's going to turn on her mother. Yeah, I already said that. So, look again. Oh, we were also. What? Sorry. I was looking at, that was not voice notes. Y'all always get the best of me. We were also introduced to some new characters too. Are they on here? This casino owner, loan shark dude or whatever. Doug. Yeah, Doug is in over his head. I'm like, are you dumb? Like, that's such a classic loan shark type of situation. He should not have taken any free handouts. You never do that. They about to be on your Doug. And this dude who was supposedly your friend, don't remember his name either, clearly ain't your friend. So he's about to get caught up in some real ish. And at the same time, him and his wife, what's his wife's name? Doug's wife. It's clear that they are, no strangers to keeping secrets between them two, because she's lying about having a wandering eye and a wandering cooch, Vanessa, and he is also lying about his gambling habits and whatnot. So trouble has been on the horizons for both of them. They probably gonna either get a divorce or I don't see that going well at all. But that's a lot of money to be indebted to someone for, and we already know, like I said, it's definitely going to come back to bite him. I don't want no parts of that. But we did get introduced to that new character through him, and I'm trying to think if there was any other new characters or anything of significance. I don't think so. We haven't met Martin's kids yet, have we? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. Yes, Vanessa's Doug's wife. Yeah, Vanessa's hot in the pants, but I mean, I can't be mad at her for that because he's lying too. So it's just one whole house full of lies. One whole house full of lies. But yeah, y'all, I'm definitely enjoying it more than a little bit, as you can tell. I actually hate that it's the weekend right now because obviously we have to wait and stuff, but it's definitely been a great part of my day to watch these episodes every day. Again, continue to support because I want to continue watching and coming down here and being able to talk to you guys about everything. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good TV, really good daytime TV. And I feel like we're only obviously getting started. It's only week 2, and just based on the trailers and stuff that we got from next week, it's going to continue to give and give and give. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where we're going. I'm really trying to think if there was anything other major points I wanted to come up with before we end. I don't think so. I can't think. So y'all let me know in the comments and we'll continue the conversation there if you guys have anything else to discuss as far as these episodes or whatever your predictions are, or anything. I really like it. I do. But yeah, shout outs to collectively we have 22 people watching on both platforms. So shout outs to y'all. Again, make sure you come on over here to YouTube and hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you guys are doing all of the things. Like I said earlier, I'll try to come back tomorrow to discuss the Oscars, red carpet looks and stuff like that. Still want to do that. So I have an event tomorrow morning, but after that, look for that around tomorrow afternoon or so. And then we got The Real Housewives of Atlanta come back on Sunday. So, actually, I'm going to do that on Sunday morning as well. Talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta cast looks, the trailer. There's been different things on the blogs and stuff like that already leading up to it. So I would like to bring in that new season starting off Sunday morning with just a little chit chat about everything. So again, that's why you guys need to be subscribed to the channel and have your notification bell on so you know every single time I'm getting ready to come on up here or whatever, you know, so y'all could beat me here. And yeah, that's really all I got, y'all. I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed talking to y'all. Shout outs to Kevin and Harold who were in the chat. We're just beyond the gates has me in a tight chokehold to the point I adjust my lunch break to watch it live. I haven't been able to catch it live yet, but trust me when I say the moment I get a free moment, I'm immediately streaming it. Like, yeah, immediately streaming it. Or even yesterday, I was on the Stairmaster at the gym, just watching it on the Paramount app. Like, I'm hooked. I'm hooked, y'all. I got my aunts and other family members on it. So again, I'm here to stay as long as you guys will have me. And like I said, we're gonna come back down here next week and continue talking about it. All right. But yes, y'all have a good weekend. If I don't catch you guys again, but I'll be down here, like I said, tomorrow. So again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of the things. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.